Thank you, everybody. So this is like a practice run-through before my car presentation. Okay. So for people who don't know me, I'm an Executive Regional Vice President with R1 International, and my name is Leggett, and I'm here to share with you what an incredible journey I have had over the last 3.5 years. It's completely transformed me as a person and my whole life, like, beyond recognition. I can't believe, like, I just had a dream and a desire and just said yes to this, and like I say, dream big, and that's the vision that we've got to paint for people, because like some people are scared to dream. And I, like, the nuggets, when that Discover R1 presentation was introduced to me, it just like sparked like a spark into me that your dreams don't have to be forgotten about, and that you should totally just run with it. And like I say, we all get scared and we all have fear when we start this business, but it's just to have that courage, like Tony mentioned in her speech, and to have that consistency. And like I say, it's just a power through. So I'm here today to share with you of how I got to Regional Vice President. So, right then. So my opening phrase is, so we've heard a lot of it today about making a decision, but actually my opening phrase is, the next, if you could just click. Oh, I've got the click, but you can do it if you like. Right then, so your life doesn't get better by change, it gets better by change, and that was exactly where I was in my life. So I was at a point in my life where my little girl was going to school, and I am a single mum, and like prior to this, I was on benefits. I was working 16 hours a week, and my life situation was fine, but I don't know if anybody can relate to being on benefits, but I felt like I had a life cap, and I felt like I couldn't excel in life, because if you earned too much money, they would take it off you, and I was in this constant rut. I didn't really have much confidence, and I just enough was enough. So I was at a point where I was working 16 hours a week as a nursery assistant, and I just used to look at the clock at 3 o'clock. I used to love the job, don't get me wrong, but I've always had a burning desire to create an amazing life, but I just felt like I was held back and stuck, and I just knew that I wasn't just here just to settle for second best. So I was like, okay, so something had to change. And like I say, my little girl was going to school, and I thought it was a perfect opportunity for me to better myself as a person and as a mother and as a friend. And she was going to school, and like I say, working in that nursery assistant job, it absolutely scared me to death. Like, looking at that clock at 3 o'clock in the morning was like, is this my life for the next 30, 40 years? Like, how depressing. Like, it scared the freaking shit out of me. I was like, I can't do this. Like, and I just, like I say, I've always had a burning desire. I like fast cars, if anybody knows me, and I like the high life. I like nice food. I like the high life, but I wouldn't be able to do that if I was working 16 hours a week as a nursery assistant at Stafford Park. Just hands down there. It was never going to happen. So, like, I took the route where we think when we go to college and university that we go to get educated, and then we go to a job and then work our way up to ladder. But me being a single parent, I felt that, one, I wouldn't be as present in my daughter's life. I feel that, like I say, being a single parent, I have to be more present in her life, and I know I would be better in our future, but those few short years are so precious, and I felt that I'd be losing precious time with her. Also, going to university and things like that, it comes with a big debt, and me being a single parent, that just stressed me out with money. I don't know if anybody can relate to money worries. Didn't really want that over my head either, so I was like, this is not an option. So I really ruled out going to university and further my education that way, but I always knew, so I was searching for something, and I didn't lose hope. And people were like, you really need to sort your life out, Laura. I'm like, I know. People were like, come on, Laura, what are you doing? I was like, okay. But when you're in that benefit system, you kind of just like, weeks go by, months go by, and I was just like, people look at me now and think, you used to be a nursery assistant. And I'm like, I know. But I'm like, I'm here to inspire that. Like, when I very first met Zoe, like, I don't know what she thought of me. I was very, like, timid and, like, quiet and shy. I was a grafter, and just got on with it. And but I was listening, like, watch Zoe's journey, like, with her today. Emma explained, like, she was a podiatrist. She was very credible in her own right. She had her own practice, and her lifestyle was changing dramatically. So this is the first point I'd like to put out, is that paint your vision big. Zoe planted so many seeds with John as well, and this is what caught my attention. So like Facebook's great and we love the products, but there's so much more to Arbonne than products. Lifestyle, freedom, friendships, community, laughter, fun. These are all things that grab my attention and people want to be involved with. So if you're not painting that vision on Facebook to grab people's attention, like really just highlight that that's something that you need to portray in your business to move you forward, because people are attracted to people who know where they're going. Like, don't get me wrong, when I started Arbonne, there were so many people who was like, oh, you're not doing the Arbonne thing, are you? I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to see how it goes. Like, and I'm so glad that I didn't listen to him. I was strong within myself to not listen to it. When I heard that business presentation that Zoe shared with me 3.5 years ago, I just felt like it was a lifetime. It was flexible to be around Sophia. It was, I could fit it into pockets of time. It was learning on the job. It wasn't like I had to go to uni, then join. So it was nothing like that. So it was just learning on the job, excelling in my current situation, and it's just like, it's the best thing ever, don't you agree? Arbonne is the best thing. So when Zoe shared it with me, I just thought, as Zoe's phrase is, just jumped in with both feet. So that's what I did. I just didn't think about what if it didn't work. I just thought, what if it did work? It's going to be freaking awesome. So I was like, let's get the show on the road. So previous to this, I actually moved 50 miles away from my family to set up a whole new life. So when people say I don't have any friends, I didn't have any friends. I moved 50 miles away from my family and started a whole new life for me and my little girl. So when people say that, like, if I can do it, anyone can. And where I started was just writing and just utilising my networks where I was at. So I was working, going to the gym, going play dates. So I'm so grateful that that was my foundation. It was just practice. And just getting your confidence up. I wasn't like the most confident person at all, and it takes a lot. You'd never ever would have seen me 3.5 years ago standing up here, and it's actually a massive achievement that I actually am standing here. Zoe knows, like, I should hide behind Zoe, and Tony will vouch this for, it's like, how's Laura going to build a region when she doesn't even speak? I'm like, yeah, because motor mouth over there doesn't give me chance to talk. That was my answer. I've done it now. She's a squiggly line, I'm a triangle. I'm a very good listener, and that's another thing that you have to be in Arbonne. Listen to people's fits and really connect with them. Like, this business has totally transformed my life, like, beyond recognition, and I'm so grateful that when I heard about Arbonne, it was a gut instinct that I was onto something. I seen Zoe like completely transform, and I was just like, I'm doing it, and that's where it was. So let me just go back to where, so I don't go off track. So talking about my first year in Arbonne, so I got to district manager within like 2 months as the old system, but like I say, the averages have changed now, and it was like, so we sponsored me, and then we went and did a recruitment fair straight away. So key number 1 is when you sponsor someone, get them into income producing activity straight away within 72 hours. So that's a really, really great key. When you join somebody and sponsor someone, get them to activity straight away. So that was really, like, I just jumped in. I didn't have a clue what I was doing. Went to a recruitment fair and spoke to this girl, my first ever consultant, Danielle Malin, and I was just like, it's amazing, like, don't have a clue what I'm talking about, but Zoe was at the toilet, and I was just like, you've got to wait, please just wait. And then it was my first consultant, and then from that day, I now have like 2 area managers over in Hinckley, and it's going to be loads of regions popping out in that soon. So, and that was for me, I didn't have a clue what I was doing, but just jump in, like, your sponsors are there to like really like teach you and like really support you in this journey within Arbonne. So that was my first year, and then towards the end of my first year, I wasn't doing the personal development that I was meant to be doing. And I was thinking, like, Zoe was like, you need to be doing personal development. I'm like, yeah, I didn't even know what it means. So many people said that, you know, what personal development was. I really didn't. I just, like I said, I used to test the universe, but it was always for a negative response. And I was creating my own, like, doom without even realising. I used to test it all the time. But then Zoe was like, you really need to change your thoughts. I'm like, okay. And then was like at Zoe's house, like, and she was talking about, oh, we're going to watch a film, it's going to be amazing. I'm like, yeah, we're going to have a nice evening watching a film. And then John and Zoe put this guy talking to someone at the screen. It was actually The Secret, Bob Proctor. And I'm like, what's this going? I thought I was going to sit down, have some popcorn, have a film. And then I got some dude chatting to me. I was just like, yeah, brilliant. But I like personal development, I was just, yeah, like personal development was not even on my level at all. And then a year later, like I watched The Secret and I was like, Zoe, oh my God, have you seen The Secret? It's absolutely amazing. I've watched it, it's changed my life. And she was like, yeah, Laura, a year ago you watched that in my front room. I was like, what? But that just goes to show that how much I wasn't ready for it then, but how much of I had changed as a person a year on. So if you're not like into personal development, that's fine, but just gently ease your way into personal development because it completely transformed my life. And then like at the end of my first year at district, I did lose it, but then got it back. The team was so in momentum and it was excelling. We had some great firecrackers in the team, Emma Dickinson, Danny Wells, and it was just like electric. It was like all happening. But my personal development wasn't as going as quickly as some people in the team. And I stayed district and people went area, so Danny Wells overtook me, which was fine. But emotionally and personal development, I wasn't ready. Your business will only grow as much as you do. So if you're stuck, you need to pick up a book or listen to an audio or just work on yourself. And that's, for me, that's what was the main thing for me, that I just needed to work more on myself. Like there's two parts of personal development. You need to grow the belief in the industry, the business, and then also you need to work on yourself. Like we've done a lot of it today with Kerry and Michelle's training, which was absolutely awesome. Thank you. So, and then it was a whirlwind. So Danny promoted in January, but it actually didn't take me long to get my area because I got focused. So nugget number 2 is, for you to really excel to promote to the next level, I've got 8 minutes left, just check your time, is have, like, if you've got so many directs, it's all promote together, because that will give you that momentum that excel you to the next level. That's one advice that happened to me for going to region. That was also the same thing. We had so many areas, like 4 areas pushing up together, which then had the ripple effect for me to push to region. So a tip is, if you want to go to the next level, is having a group of people wanting the same goal and create that momentum to push you up there, okay? What else happened? Oh yeah, so it's all about digging your foundations, I think, at area, making sure that you're strong and secure, maximise the compensation plan. I've been there, I was only like 1 wide and like 3 deep, so I was like not getting paid, so I was like really got to sort this out. So if you don't know the compensation plan, go away and read it. You need to be so many wide before you get so many deep. So that's another nugget, so really learn about the compensation plan. So, and then as I went through, I was at the area for about 18 months, and Kerry, my little cheerleader over there, my bestie, she was like, what are you playing around at area? And I'm like, I don't know. Right, so please put your hand up if this relates to you. Does anyone get scared going to the next level? Okay, I didn't feel so bad. I thought there was going to be less. For me, I was absolutely shitting my pants going to region, because I knew that I had to stand on this stage. I'll be in front of I'm in the public eye, and it was just a whole new level of leadership, which I thought that I couldn't do. So this is where it comes down to personal development again. Have the belief in yourself that you can do it, and have those cheerleaders to encourage you, and we're all in it together. So if you like, we just need to have each other's backs and just promote that. It's going to be fun. And I did some personal development. It was like, we're talking about, it's come from a place of love, or it comes from a place of fear. And I was fearing nothing. It was silly, because you have to live in the present moment. I was fearing the future that hasn't even happened. I was like, this is ridiculous. So you like creating that result again. So just live in the present. If you feel anxious or fear the future, even building a team, just embrace it. You don't have to be amazing to start, but you have to start to be great. And that's a great saying from many inspirational people around the world. So don't think, oh, I can't build a team because I don't know how to train them, or I've got the right leadership skills. It's like, just embrace it, and you learn together on the journey. And that's total. I've got so many strong, incredible, lovely leaders to me, and they've learned, like, helped me be the person I am today without them even realising it. So I would like to thank all my team members for making me be a better leader today. So thank you. So, and then I had the belief in myself, and we got into such momentum, and then we went region. I actually completed region a week early, can you believe it? I was like, yeah, and I couldn't believe it. It was just like a whirlwind. It was over Christmas, and it was like I was back to back, like Tony's income producing sheet, what she said earlier, it was just crazy. I might as well just lived in Hinckley. I didn't like Christmas. Like people say, do you have a good Christmas? Don't know. I was going region. I don't know. I was like, yeah, I think so. But we're in such like hype, and it's another thing that comes to it is like making sure like writing goals and writing them down. So in front of you, you've all got an envelope, and I think this is really powerful. So there's a little bit of paper. I'm going to give you like 1 minute to scribble something down, or you can expand it when you get home. Is what does your life, or what would you like to achieve in 6 months' time? And you need to write it down, because you're going to write this down of where you want your life to be, and I put an envelope, and you need to put your name and address on it, and give it to your regional vice president, because in 6 months' time, they are going to post that letter to you to remind you of what you wanted in your life, to see that if you have got any closer to your goals. So you've got 1 minute. Okay, then you've got 15 seconds. And I know this exercise really touches people's hearts, because when that letter comes through the post, I know many people have been overwhelmed by what they've written, and many things have come true on there. So just be really honest of where you want to be. Obviously we don't read them, the regions don't, because we'll put them in a little envelope and send it to you, so we won't know what's in them. I've just literally sent my 6 months out recently this week, so they would have received theirs. So I do that twice a year, so I do it at January and then I'll do it in July. So it's really good to reflect. If you're not writing your goals down, like I've got a whiteboard, and it's really helpful to write what you want for each month as well, and then and just reflect on that to move you forward. So to close, I am so grateful for Zoe, because that she was brave enough to come into nursery one day and share some products, and to paint the vision that she was travelling all over the world and having a great time, and she was the inspiration to me. I didn't have a clue what she was doing, but I just asked her. I was brave, and just be that trailblazer and have the guts and the determination. Like me being a regional vice president, I've had so many no's, and no's are a part of the process. You have to have grit, a lot of grit. Like Fiona said, have that stake in the ground. You have to have that stake in the ground, and don't be the ones who just give up. And don't get me wrong, we have highs and lows within Arbonne, and I always say this to Kerry. I was like, right, there's so many people around us who are going to go to Maui, right? And if you give up on your dream and you're sat at home on the sofa and you see on Facebook and they're all going to Maui, travelling all over the world, they've got the car, they've got the fun, they've got all the friendship groups, and and you're sat at home because you gave up because one day you couldn't be asked to do it. And just thought, that drives me. And I'm thinking, no, we have bad days, but pick yourself up. And this is where personal development comes in. You are 100% worth being everybody an executive national vice president. I promise. And if I can do it, anybody can. I had no confidence, I had no network, and I'm just here to paint the vision that we have such an incredible gift with Arbonne that we don't even realise, and we're not utilising what we're doing. Arbonne completely transformed my life, and I'm so grateful for as Arbonne as a whole, and I'm so grateful for my incredible region for making me change my life, because I made a decision to change. And I just want to leave it there and just say I love everybody and you can do it. Okay.